a lot of the feedback that we've gotten ever since we started this podcast are people who they have either not started at all, or they've started but then they've lost that motivation. There go Payson taking too deep of a shot on the milk. We'll probably keep this on the podcast.
All right.
Hear it, buddy? He drank too much. Now he's smiling.
Happy juice.
Yep. But there are people who they get discouraged, or someone has discouraged them from continuing their book, something that they have said or made them believe, and now they believe that they are actually living in that negativity. And as you know, a lot of people who are like that, what's happening is they're just taking their negative energy in their lives and putting it on an individual and succeeding.
Yes.
And so what do you have to say to that person who they feel as though they do have a powerful story to tell, but they either don't feel confident, or they just feel like no one's going to listen to it anyway, or they're essentially self-sabotaging their own dream?
Oh, and it is a lot of people that want to tear your dream down. Don't let them, I say. Don't let them. It is tough. It is tough out there, and you really have to work on that self-esteem, your self-motivation. Before you even let people know what you're doing, you got to feel good about it yourself. And I say whatever it is, but I know this is about authorship, because I wasn't sure. I wasn't a great reader in high school. I'm going to be real honest. That's the reason why I highlight ththose two teachers. They saw in me potential. But, I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to survive high school. It was a tough time back in my school. There was a lot of racial tension going on then. And they just kept saying, you really could do this. Yet my friends, they didn't understand me. I'd be walking around rhyming. And they said, man, shut up. What? You didn't like my rhyme? So I would say really kind of work on by yourself. Have some fun with it. You got to bring the fun in it. If you're laughing at your own work, or you're intrigued by your own work, or, it is all right to be okay with yourself. And then you got to pick and choose. This is a good point right here. Pick and choose who you share it with, because some of the people around you. And if they're not coming from a positive place, you don't show them your information, even though they might. I'm your best friend. Yes, you are my best friend, but I'm not showing you this. So you have to really pick and choose who you want to see it, so that you can get a little affirmation and ask them to be really truthful with you. And it might not be a friend. I have people that are in my circle that I trust. Although we're not friends, we may be coworkers, or we may have some of the same interest, but share with them and give them the idea. Sometimes you'll get the best pat on the back, the best encouragement from those who are not that close to you. Now, I'm not saying don't ask your family, but your family see you as a kinfolk. So they're not going to always be truthful with you. So I'd say write. Keep on writing. Enjoy your craft. Love on your ideas, even no matter how crazy they are. Sometimes they seem to fall in place while you're sleeping. Then when you wake up, you're like, hey, who did that? This is so awesome. And you actually wrote it. So you have to allow things to fall in place and don't rush them. Let the time work with you, because it doesn't always work when you want it to. Take it from a perfectionist. It doesn't work when you want it to, because Can We Go Out and Play started out kind of a whole lot different. I had parents in the book when I first started writing it. And I really wanted parents in the book when I started writing it. But as I put it down and came back to it, it just started to change, and it just started to work. And I had to let go of the fact that parents could not be in the book, because with the book, I can encourage parents now in a different way. So, I'd say really kind of embrace yourself, love on yourself a little bit. It's not selfish to do so. and love on your craft, your art, and make those connections. Because even with this children's book, I didn't know you and Patricia, just met you for the first time. But I said to myself, that's going to be the group that helps me with this book. Now, I could have gotten with y'all and y'all could have been crazy, or I could have said, "Oh, those folks is crazy." They don't. Or y'all could have said, "We can't work with him. he wants too much." So, and y'all know I asked 1,000 questions. So, I just think sometimes you have to be a part of what's going on within yourself and love on yourself a little bit more, and don't take all the hate speech from people so literally. They don't know you that well. You know you.
That's great advice. One thing that stood out that you had said is ask people who you don't know. Connect with those people. Those are the people that are really gonna praise you because they, like you said, they don't know you. So I really like that advice. Thank you for that, and I'm sure our listeners would really appreciate what you just said. And I can tell that you're on your motivational speaker path.
Yes, indeed. I'm practicing.
Doing a good job at it.
Well, thank you.
You had also talked about meeting us in Memphis, which, it's amazing how, God, universe, how that all puts everyone together, whether it's for positive reasons or for negative reasons. In this case, of course, positive.